Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the chaotic behind the scenes drama of Disney's Snow White remake. Now, you've heard the buzz. Rachel Zegler, the film star, has stirred up a storm with her social media posts. In fact, so much so that Disney's pointing the finger at her for the failure of the movie. Well, there's a little bit more to the story, and it's got Hollywood insiders talking. We're talking death threats, beefed up security, and a social media babysitter? Yeah, it's kind of wild. So stick around as we unpack what happened and what this might mean for Zegler's future in big budget films. So let's get into it. So here's the situation. Back in August of 2024, Rachel Zegler took to the stage at Disney's D23 event to hype up the Snow White trailer. It racked up 120 million views in just 24 hours. Huge win, right? Well, but then she had to go posting on X, thanking fans, and then dropping a bombshell, which read, "Always remember, free Palestine." That got 8.8 million views. And let's just say, not everyone was clapping. Disney execs, they freaked out. This was a $270 million plus movie, and they didn't want politics tanking it. Well, it wasn't just the politics that tanked it. There's plenty of blame to go around for that. So they sent producer Mark Platt to New York to try to talk her down. But Rachel was having none of it. She stood her ground, and the post stayed up. Now, here's where it gets even darker. After that post, death threats spiked against her co-star Gal Gadot, who's, by the way, Israeli. So Disney had to shell out extra cash for Gadot's security. Think Mom of 4 with bodyguards on speed dial. Yeah, that's right. And it didn't stop there. Fast forward to November. After Trump's election win, Zegler went off again, posting, "Fuck Donald Trump," and wishing Trump supporters never know peace. Well, Disney was done. They hired a social media guru paid by the studio to vet her post before the March 21st release. Ouch. Now, part of that too was that same social media guru or PR firm actually crafted an apology for her to post on Instagram, and you could tell it was just a copy and paste. So that apology, it had no meaning. It was soulless. At least that's my opinion. So did all of this work? Well, Snow White hit theaters, pulled in just $87 million worldwide last weekend, its opening weekend. And for a film that cost $270 million plus, that's just the budget that we know. It could go much higher. In fact, with marketing, this could be a $500 million movie. So that's a flop with a capital F. Behind the scenes, Behind the scenes, the movie was already a mess. Costly reshoots, CGI dwarfs. But Zegler's post became the scapegoat. Disney execs were worried she was alienating half the audience. Remember, Republicans buy sneakers too. And honestly, they might have been right. Her comments sparked backlash, boycotts, and, of course, the PR nightmare that ensued. And then there's Jonah Platt, the producer's son, who called her out on Instagram saying her narcissism hurt the box office. He deleted it, but, the internet is forever. So here's the kicker. Disney, they just haven't slapped her wrist. They basically put her on double secret probation. And with Gadot reportedly getting death threats tied to Zegler's posts, this isn't just about box office numbers. It's personal. By the way, did you see their presentation at the Oscars? You want to talk about a chilly stage. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. The studio's scrambling to save face, and Zegler is at the center of the blame game. So, what does this mean for Rachel Zegler's career? She's young, talented. She won a Golden Globe for West Side Story. But this Snow White fiasco, it's going to leave a mark. Big budget Hollywood productions thrive on mass appeal, and studios, they're rather risk averse. Zegler's unfiltered social media vibe, yeah, it's bold. Quite honestly, I don't agree with it. But it's a big red flag for executives who don't want their $200 million tentpole tied to political firestorms. If producers think she's a liability, someone who can take a project with a single tweet, they might hesitate to cast her in the next Marvel flick or even Disney reboot. It's my opinion. She's probably going to go off on Broadway for a few years and just kind of disappear from the Hollywood scene. At least that would be my recommendation to her after this fiasco. So there is a flip side to this. Hollywood loves a redemption arc. If she can pivot, maybe tone down the rhetoric, tone down the hot takes, or lean into indie roles where authenticity is a bonus, could she make a comeback? Studios might forgive a flop if she proves she's worth the gamble. It's a tightrope that she has to walk. Though, one more misstep, and that could be it. She could be done in Hollywood. In fact, she might already. We don't know. So, that's the behind the scenes of the Snow White saga. Rachel Zegler's wild ride from princess to PR headache. So what do you guys think? Is her career toast? Or will she somehow manage to rise above it all? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this deep dive. And subscribe for more Hollywood drama. And I'll see you next time.